water sustains us. It's so reliable, many of us may not give it a second thought. But just imagine where we'd be without it.
At the Alameda County Water District, providing your water is our work. It's a job we've done for more than 100 years. And as you're about to see, there's more to getting water to the tap than you probably realize.
From the very beginning, ACWD has protected local water supplies. The district was formed back in 1914 to manage local groundwater, a foundation of the Tri-City area then, now, and in the future. Our team is proud to deliver high-quality, reliable water at a reasonable price to more than 350,000 people in Fremont, Newark, and Union City. Your water takes quite a journey, traveling through a vast delivery system of reservoirs and storage tanks, pump stations and treatment facilities, and more than 900 miles of pipelines. So, where does all of that water come from? Well, a good portion of it is pumped from right beneath your feet. There are few resources as vital to the Tri-City area as the Alameda Creek watershed. This vast watershed spans approximately 700 square miles, and the source of all of our local supplies begins here. Some water is stored in Lake Belval in the upper watershed. Locally, rainwater runoff is captured behind our inflatable rubber dams and diverted to quarry lakes. Water slowly percolates into the ground, recharging the Niles Cone groundwater basin that accounts for 40% of your water supply. Protecting this entire watershed for future generations is critical for people and the environment. We're leading a major fish passage project on Alameda Creek, easing access for the threatened Central California coast steelhead. Our region has transformed from agriculture to cities. To meet the area's evolving needs, our leaders knew they needed to secure additional water supplies, and they did. Another 40% of your water flows through the Sacramento-San Joaquin Delta, delivered via the South Bay Aqueduct as part of the massive State Water Project, which supplies water to 2/3 of California. The remaining 20% of your water comes all the way from Hetch Hetchy Reservoir in Yosemite National Park.
Like our state itself, California water is constantly evolving, and ACWD is no different. Here at the Newark Desalination Facility, fresh thinking turned an age-old problem into a new source of water.
In the early 1900s, salt water from the San Francisco Bay seeped into the underground aquifer when too much groundwater was pumped out. ACWD has monitored wells for seawater intrusion since the district was founded. Starting in the 1970s, ACWD began pumping some of that salt water back to the bay. But we found a better approach. This plant was built to remove salt from brackish groundwater using reverse osmosis to turn it into a high-quality water source. This was the first desalination plant of its kind in Northern California. Meanwhile, this facility, our water treatment plant number 2, uses state-of-the-art technology to treat water from the Delta. As part of a multi-step process, ACWD uses ozone to disinfect the water. We were one of the first agencies in the United States to use that method.
All of these different sources of water and cutting-edge technology increase flexibility, reliability, and save customers money. And that's no accident. ACWD is always looking for what's new, so it can be prepared for what's next.
As Californians, we know serious challenges are looming. Climate change, extreme drought, and increasing demands on our water supply, driven by new regulations and a growing population. We also know future generations need a resilient water supply to thrive. That's why ACWD is focused on using water wisely, implementing new technologies to improve efficiency, long-term water supply planning, and collaborating with our community and partners to solve big issues together.
So that's a look at all the work behind your water. So the next time you turn on your tap, you'll know there's a whole team behind the scenes making sure it's there when you need it, and it always will be.